This is a random crochet and chat. If I can fix this a little bit. Hello, hello. Random crochet and chat. We'll see if anyone joins in. I don't usually do these at this time, but yeah. The captain is downstairs playing video games, so I figured it was a nice time to come on and get a little project work done. Hello, Samantha. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I've got a little tea. Sindra, hi. Yeah, random time, but I figured it's Saturday night. Like, I'm not doing anything, so I figured I would come on here and get a little work done on my project and say hello and see what you guys are up to. So I'm not a tea drinker at all, but it's getting cold, and I'm doing good. Samantha, how are you? It's getting cold outside, and I really don't need to drink coffee this late at night, and I really don't want the calories of hot chocolate, so I'm trying to be a tea person, really trying to be a tea person. Crocheting and watching Hallmark movies, that's always a good one. We are in the middle of a Harry Potter marathon. So every November, right around Thanksgiving, I like to watch all the Harry Potter movies. It's my one time a year that we can sit down and watch them straight through. Like each night we'll watch another one. And that's my excuse for getting my husband to sit down and watch them with me. So once a year. I know I'm not crocheting yet. I've got my tea. So the project that I'm working on right now is actually this is a hoodie pattern. It's my Tonks hoodie pattern, and I am creating a new one using this like faux fur. It's actually Bernat Velvet Plus is what it's called, but it feels more like a fur. You know, it looks more like a fur. You can't really see. You can see the ridging right here, and I actually just finished my second front panel. So it's 3 panels, the project. So let's see, and actually let me see if I can move this back a little bit more so you can actually see what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna move my printer back. Hello, Ellen. My favorite project to crochet. So it used to be that I would make a lot of small projects for like craft shows and stuff, and at that time my favorite small project would be like hats and fingerless gloves, small things that I could do really quickly and make a lot of. My favorite projects now are actually wearables, clothing. So like this is a hoodie. This is the same project that I'm working on in a different color. So now my favorite projects are wearables. So cardigans and sweaters and things like that. And that's, like I said, it's kind of hard to see on here. But Ellen's watching movies too. Back to the Future, that's a good one. I like the Back to the Future series. So I have my back panel finished, and I have my 2 front panels finished, so I'm actually needing to sew them together. And actually, if I remember correctly, I don't sew them together on this one. I actually crochet these together. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's see, I've got my yarn here, my fuzzy yarn. I have actually enjoyed working with it. I was a little concerned that I wouldn't like it because it's so hard to see the stitches. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And I'm getting fuzzies in my tea. So I was saying I'm really not a tea person, but I'm trying to be, because I like, you know, warm drinks at night when it starts getting cold outside like it is now. Let me know what y'all's favorite tea is, especially if you're not a tea person and you're drinking tea and you have a favorite tea. Let me know what that is, because I definitely would like to be more of a tea person. Okay, so I'm leaving really long ends when I'm using this yarn because I'm not really sure how I'm going to weave them in yet. I don't know if I'm going to try to connect them with another long end and tie a knot or something. Like I said, I've never worked with this yarn before, so this is very new to me. But I am going to sew these panels together, and then I'll be able to see if this is actually going to fit me. I made a size smaller than I usually do, so it'll be interesting to see if this fits or not. You can see I have my little helper here with me. So I decided to come on tonight because the captain, aka my husband, aka the captain, is playing Call of Duty with some friends, and I decided it was, good time to come on Saturday night. Most of my lives are in the afternoon, so like around noontime, and I figure this is a different time, and if somebody wants to hop on and say hi, let me know what they're up to. I figured it was just a nice, different place to come on live. So I don't have much else that I'm working on. We had our Christmas mystery boxes that we've been working on diligently. That's been our biggest project. Those are going to start going out next week. So that's been what we've been spending most of our time doing over the last couple of days and weeks. Good place to come on live. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I said, I'm still growing on YouTube. I don't have a ton of followers here on YouTube comparatively. I mean, like I have close to 800 followers or something like that, I think now. But there's a lot of people who have a lot of followers and a lot of people, and I'm still, dipping my feet in the water and seeing what's going on. Samantha asked what my favorite yarn to work with is. My favorite type of yarn. So I use primarily super bulky yarn, size 6. That's the main category, and pretty much all I use. All of the patterns that I put out are super bulky yarn. And if you already knew that, my specific yarn, the one that I use the most is probably Lion Brand yarn. Wool-Ease Thick and Quick, Hometown USA. This is Mandala Thick and Quick. But a lot of the Lion Brand size 6 yarns have been my favorite. They're just easy to find. They're usually pretty good quality and still fairly affordable. If I can find them on sale, that's my favorite yarn to work with. This was new. I'd never used a faux fur. And so I decided it was time to try it out and see what it was like, so I could let other people know, because that's the biggest question I get. And since all of my patterns use that super bulky yarn, people are always asking me what the best super bulky yarns are to use. And so I want to try out a whole bunch of different ones and be able to give good feedback and let people know, especially if they're a beginner, whether or not it's like, I would never tell a beginner to use this kind of yarn. Since you can't see your stitches, it makes it a lot more difficult. But it's great if you're comfortable with it and it's a pattern that, maybe you've done before. My favorite is that, let's see. I think I can see the comments. They don't stay up for me. Favorite crochet hook. So my husband and I 3D print our hooks. So like this is one of our 3D printed crochet hooks. We use a 3D printer, and we print them and then we coat them with resin. So they're super smooth. They're really shiny too. They've got like glitter and stuff in the resin. It's kind of hard to show on here, especially because I'm inside, but it's glittery. So those are my favorites. And we started 3D printing hooks because I use the jumbo yarn. I like to use really big hooks, and there aren't a lot of options out there for big hooks, especially large ergonomic hooks. This is a size 15. So I'll show you the bottom, because we do actually, I'm getting so much fuzz in my tea. So the bottom of these are stamped. So this is a 15 millimeter. Some bulky big twist. Now, big twist, is that the kind that's like Wool-Ease Thick and Quick? Ellen, I think you said big twist. And I thought big twist was like a brand, that it's like one of Joann's brand and there's different styles from Big Twist? Or is Big Twist just the one that's like Woolies Thick and Quick? I can't remember. Because I've never had a Joann's near me, ever. I need to see if there's one near me now, because I feel like their yarn is really great and I don't ever use it because I haven't had one close by. Yeah, Joann's brand, but don't they have different ones? So I think there's like a Big Twist that's like the wool, but isn't there a Big Twist that's like a different kind? You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense or not. Okay, so the first panel is attached. I did single crochet stitches to attach it because that's actually what the pattern called for. Ellen, best hooks ever. Yeah, we try. We only go down to a 10 millimeter, so we are made for the jumbo chunky yarn users. That's what these are for, and they're ergonomic. So we've got the nice ergonomic handle here. But we go from a 10 millimeter all the way up to a 25 millimeter hook. We actually just made a 35 millimeter. We had a custom order for one, so that was really fun. Okay, where's my second panel? Oh, it's over here. Oh, almost pulled the stuff out of there. So here's my second panel. There are several different yarns under the label. Yes, so it's like Joann's store, Big Twist brand, and then different styles. Exactly. So let me know which style of Big Twist you're going to use, Ellen. That's what I was meaning to ask. Okay, so here's where it's going to get tricky because I have to line these up and you can't see the stitches or the rows. It's just fuzzy. So I'm going to try to feel it out. And so the great thing about this yarn, it really doesn't shed until you cut it. So once you cut it, you have a lot of shedding on the ends. But if you're just using it, and that's actually why I like most of my patterns are not worked in a whole bunch of different pieces. This one has 3 panels and then the sleeves are worked off of the main body and you don't have to sew them on. And the hood is worked on the main body, so the only sewing that you have to do, and it's not even sewing, you can stitch it. Like I said, I used single crochet stitches to attach the panels, and I'm going to use single crochet stitches up the side. So you actually don't have any sewing to this hoodie pattern. It's all done with single crochet. But there are only 3 pieces, and then all of the other pieces are worked off of that main piece, so you don't have to sew it together. Burnout blanket yarn. Yes, I actually just posted a video about burnout blanket yarn. It is also one of my favorites, I think, because there are just so many options for colors. You know, they have so many color options. You get so much yarn. I'm actually working on a cardigan pattern using 2 strands of burnout blanket yarn held together. So I'm actually really excited about that one, and it's going to be a longer cardigan. Right now I'm working on my hooded vest pattern. That one is, it's just finishing up testing. So that one that was not planned. That was one I got an email from the brand We Crochet, the website We Crochet. They had a call for submissions for vest patterns, and I'd been wanting to do a cropped vest with like a big oversized hood, and so it was the perfect chance for me to submit that. But then that meant that I had to push my blanket cardigan out a little bit, which was, like I said, you know, I had it all planned out, and then, you know, life happens. Yeah, this is really difficult to try to sew. I mean, even just doing the single crochet across here, it's really hard to find where I'm going to put my hook. But I'm trying. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm going under at least 2 strands of yarn. I think it's going to be worth it though, because this is going to be a really, really comfortable hoodie. Samantha, I think, asked who my favorite crochet YouTuber is. Because I'm still so new to YouTube, the only people that I was watching very regularly for a while was Ginger and Kim. on, you know, Yarn Geek and was it Affordably Geeky? Affordably Crafty? Affordably Geeky? Yeah, because it's Affordably Crafty and Yarn Geek. They really got me into YouTube. Like they really got me to start going live and growing my channel. And so they were really the only ones that I was watching super regularly. But then Kayla from Alt Knots, we have done a couple of live streams together here on YouTube, and she's great. I really enjoy talking to her. Her personality is fantastic. You know, she's always so upbeat and just seems very genuine, you know. So I really like listening to her, and that's Alt Knots here on YouTube. I have watched, yeah, Kim and Ginger, yep. And who is it? The Yarn Hookers. I can't remember everybody's name. It's Mel and Ginger and is it two other people that I've watched them quite a bit, the Yarn Hookers. I was on there once for like an interview style thing. They're great. I've enjoyed watching them. And then of course Mel Hook to the Left. I've watched a few of her YouTubes, and I wasn't really a huge YouTube watcher until, you know, lately, and it's such a different group and a different crowd and a different culture, you know, here, and I'm still kind of learning and figuring things out, and you know, figuring out what's best, you know. Yeah, see, I told you, me neither, and you watch them more than I do. Okay, let's see. All right, I've got both of my panels attached, so I can actually show you guys. Don't want to knock my hook off of there. So this is the back and front panels, and there's the sides. So I'm gonna have to sew the sides up, but it's not very much. See, that's a very small section that I have to sew up. The Yarn Hookers are Saturday at 5 p.m. live. I believe that's how I found your channel. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah, they've been great. Them and like I said, Kim and Ginger have been fantastic. And I really kind of fell off of watching YouTube because we just moved. We just had a big move, and so I have not been keeping up with YouTube as much as I had been, you know. Okay, so this is definitely, I need to give myself a little more space. Let's see. I figure I'll stay on here for a little while. Has anyone told you you look like Reese Witherspoon? I have to tell you, it's been a while, but it used to happen all the time. Yes, Julie, the whippy chick. Exactly, exactly. Yes, it's Julie. Thank you so much, Tina. Yes. Yes, so Jenny, that used to happen a lot. I think it's just because I don't get out as much that I don't hear it as much. But yeah, I had a little girl. I used to coach gymnastics, like anywhere from 6 years old to 12. And one of the girls came out to me one day and said, "You look like Legally Blonde." But yes, I used to hear that a lot, and it's been a while, but it's so funny because it's the same thing. It's like every year or so, someone will say that, like, has anyone told you? And said, yeah, it's been a while, but yes, it's I do hear that sometimes. I'm so bad at names, and I am too, you guys. I was feeling really bad. I was really hoping that I was going to remember. Oh my gosh, you're live. Zoe from Wicked Wool. Hello, hello. I am live. I figured I'd hop on here for a little while at least. You know, I always go live at noon, and I know some people work and it's just not feasible. So I figured I'd go live now and see if anybody hops on and, you know, catches me on here. I would love to come on at a time when more people are available. And I figured if I came on now and there were a bunch of people, that would tell me it was a better time to come on. I think we've only got like maybe 7 people watching, but hey. Okay, so now I have to sew up the sides of this hoodie. And I have to tell you guys, I'm actually really excited about this hoodie. I mean, I think it's going to be really, really cool, but I have no idea if it's going to end up wonky because I'm making it out of this faux fur stuff. We'll see. And I have to say, sewing up the sides is going to be really interesting because, like I said, it's very difficult to feel where the stitches are. And even though I am going to crochet up the sides, which will help a little bit, I think, it's still going to be hard to find my stitches. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to hope that this is lined up. And see, that doesn't feel like it's lining up. This is really frustrating, but I think it's just because the back is supposed to be longer than the front on this design, and it doesn't really feel like it's lining up to be longer than the front, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so it's just like taking that extra time to try to line that up. Let's see. I'm working on the knitted cowl. Glad I caught the live. Me too. I'm glad you caught the live. I'm glad anyone that's on here has caught the live. I'm excited to be able to come on at a different time. Like I said, it's difficult because, you know, my husband and I, usually nighttime is like, you know, our time to watch TV and eat dinner and all of that stuff. And we actually had his parents came over tonight, my in-laws, and we just made like some burgers, grilled out some burgers and stuff. And so you know, we've already had dinner, and he said when we got done eating he wanted to go play Call of Duty, and so I said, okay, well, I'll hop on YouTube. There we go. I am really excited. I was going to tell you guys, I ordered some furniture for the office in here. So this is my new office. For anyone new who's watching, if you aren't following me over on Instagram, or if you haven't been watching me for a while here on YouTube, welcome. I'm Evelyn of Pink Sheep Design. And we just moved into a new house. And this is my office. And I actually just got out of the shower, so look, I can brush my hair. But yes, the office is coming together, but we definitely needed some more furniture. Because all I have is I have one shelf back here that's one of the IKEA calyx shelves. We discovered them when we were searching for bookshelves that would house vinyl records, because my husband has a lot of vinyl records, and we had an IKEA near us when we lived in Atlanta, and so we got some shelves and like, this would be really great for yarn. So I bought one for myself. He's got one downstairs, and we decided we wanted another one, but now we're not in Atlanta, and actually the IKEA in Atlanta didn't have the really big one in stock, because I'm going to get like the big one, like the 5 shelf. This is a 3x4. And I want to get a 5x5 and then stand this one up, and then they'll be right next to each other, and I'll actually have kind of a yarn wall, which is what I've always wanted, to be able to have like a wall of yarn and have more organization in the space, because everything's in this room, like our packaging stuff, our yarn. I'm going to be filming in this room. I'm going to be packing orders up in this room. It's, you know, it's going to be the everything room. So we definitely need to maximize all of the space that we can in the room. So we didn't know what we were going to do, because Atlanta doesn't have any of the big calyx shelves in stock, and they don't ship them. And so we could go to Memphis, but then we were like, that's like a 3-hour drive. Well, Walmart has a version of this shelf that most of the reviews said it was just like the calyx shelf. So we bought one, and it comes on Monday. So I'll definitely have some stuff to share with you guys on Tuesday when I go live. And if you have not caught me live, this is the time that I normally go live is Tuesdays at noon Central Time. So Tuesday, I should have an update for you guys on the yarn room. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to attach this yarn. I'm not the best at talking and crocheting, but I think that's because I haven't gotten to a point where I can stop. Yeah, see, that's totally messing that up. Oh, no, it's not. I think I got it. I don't know. Maybe I did. Okay, we're just going to say I did and keep going. Okay, now I should be able to get this moving. Yeah, this is really difficult yarn to work with. I think it would be really easy for like a blanket, like if all you were making was a blanket, and going back and forth and doing the same stitch over and over again, but for trying to actually find stitches to sew together or, you know, piece together, this is kind of a pain in the butt, taking more focus than I thought it would. Let me know if you guys have ever worked with this kind of yarn, any kind of fur yarn or Chanel or something that you really couldn't see your stitches. And let me know what you made, because this is definitely it's a challenge. It's challenging myself. And I'm really hoping that these line up, because it kind of seems like it's going to, but I feel like I'm not going to know until I get closer to the armpit. Let's see. So I know some of you are watching Hallmark movies or other movies. Have you started watching Christmas movies or listening to Christmas music? I know it's not Thanksgiving yet, so I feel like most people are torn. I feel like there's three people. There's people that are already, Christmas trees are up, you know, Christmas music is on. There's other people who either say it's bad luck or just refuse to put up Christmas stuff or listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving, which is me. I'm not going to put my Christmas tree up until, I'm actually not going to put my Christmas tree up until I have living room furniture. And the living room furniture comes the Friday after Thanksgiving. So we don't have furniture in our living room yet. Yeah, not going to be putting that up yet. But then there's other people, you know, you may not celebrate Christmas. And that's, you know, so that's just depends on where you're at. I think someone said they watched a Christmas movie. What are we doing? Oh, here we go. I don't know why it doesn't show me this. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be cozy and soft. I tried terry cloth yarn and gave up. I haven't tried terry cloth yarn. It should be cozy and soft. I just hope that it all lines up. I put your maker merch on my Christmas list for my boyfriend and I'm hyped. It's awesome. I watched one Christmas movie, Love Hard, on Netflix. Okay, I haven't heard of that one, so I got to look that up. I've used it, this is Syndra, I've used it on several rows of trim on cowls. You have to use your fingers to see. Watching Christmas movies in Hallmark and have been since Halloween. Let's see. We've been watching Christmas movies for 3 weeks. There we go. I need to get the captain to make red and green hooks. Yes, so the move really kind of upset the Christmas prep. We don't have as much Christmas stuff as we probably would have. You know, usually I would probably have planned out, you know, some Christmas hooks and some Christmas merchandise, but it's just been so crazy trying to get things moved in and get everything settled. And I don't think we're going to have any like specific Christmas hooks. Now we did our Christmas boxes. We did Christmas mystery boxes. Those are going to have Christmas hooks. Those are going to have a special, unique, one-of-a-kind mystery holiday hook. So we're very excited about those and getting to put those together. We have one more set of them to coat with resin, the second coat of resin, and Those boxes will actually start shipping out next week. So very, very excited. I have one more thing coming in the mail for those. And I'm looking for my measuring tape. Where's my measuring tape? Let's see. Of course, I can't find it. Can never find it when you need it. I'm going to take my headphone out, and I think I've got one over here. Let's see. Ooh. Here we go. Measuring tape. Okay, got it. So I'm at the armhole. I finally got this sewed on. So see, there's a side slit on this, and then here is the armhole. So I just sewed from the side slit to the armhole, and now I have to measure it to make sure I've got enough space. I need, for me, at least 7 to 7.5 inches, probably 7.5. And at this point, I only have 7. Well, I think I'm just gonna cut this here, and we're gonna do 7, and I'm gonna try it on. I'll try it on once I get the other side sewn up so you guys can see. So I'm actually going to just pull that out, and that way, if I need to undo one, I can. All right, so I gotta do the same thing on the other side. So again, it's lining things up that's gonna be interesting with this. Okay, so maybe I can, and I think it's gonna be okay if it's not absolutely perfect. Because this is definitely, I mean, it allows me to really truly say, like, this is not good for someone trying a pattern for the first time to try to use this yarn. Like, you want to be comfortable with the pattern and know what you're doing before you try to use this, since it's so difficult to see what is happening with it. And I'm actually using one side to line up the other side now that I have sewn one side up, and try to make sure that these are even. Okay, and I think, let's see. Yeah, you really do. Like, I'm having to just kind of feel around on the edges to try to find a good spot that kind of feels like it's lined up. Okay, but I think I found one, so I'm going to mark that with my hook and get my yarn back working. Let's see. I wish that my comments would stay up. Let's see. Only one Christmas movie so far. Don't usually watch until after Thanksgiving. Yeah, so I haven't seen Love Hard yet. Excited for my Christmas box. Yeah. So the Christmas boxes, really excited about those this go around, because I have been wanting to get to work. I've been wanting to work with other makers. I've been wanting to collaborate more on these boxes. And, you know, not just because, like, mostly because I want to be able to introduce you guys to more people. You know, that's going to allow you guys to discover more small businesses that are in the crochet community, and find more people to support. But it's also so that we're not making everything that's in the box, because it just becomes a lot. You know, like, it gets a little overwhelming, and we knew because of this move that, you know, we weren't going to have the bandwidth to make a whole bunch of different tools for this box, like 3D print them. You know, so this go round we worked with 3 different makers to put things in the boxes that we did not 3D print. And it's really cool stuff, and it's all still within the crochet sphere, and within that crochet community. So we're really excited. I think it's going to be great, and obviously I'm excited to get you guys' feedback to find out, okay, what did you like, what did you not like so much, because we really want these boxes to continue to be interesting and fun and different and unique, which that'll be the hard part. That'll be the hard part, is we want to keep you guys on your toes and have it be new stuff every time, and not be repeat stuff. You know, you don't need 3 different lucets in different colors. You know, maybe 2 at some point. Like maybe once we get into a new year, you know, 2022, we might have some tools that are similar, because you might want one in a different color, and you might want one that travels with you or stays in a travel bag or a go bag, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't think we're going to repeat a lot of things, because I want people to, you know, especially if you love getting them all, it's like collect them all, you know. You know, obviously the hooks are the big seller, you know, having the hook in there and getting that, you know, that being like a one of a kind kind of thing. That's really fun. But I rely a lot on y'all's input of like, what are some of the things that you guys would like to see in there once you've gotten 2 or 3 boxes. You know, a lot of you guys got the Halloween boxes, and, you know, so it'll be really interesting to get y'all's feedback and see what else you guys want to see in the boxes. So really, really excited about those. Those are going to be really fun. I do have ornaments up in the shop, by the way. I haven't posted that on Instagram yet. I need to do that. I have the Holly Jolly Hooker ornament, and I have the original tarot card ornament are now live in the Etsy shop. So if you're looking for crochet Christmas ornaments for your tree, those are live. So if you're interested in those, you can get yourself one. I ordered quite a few of the Hooker tarot card ornaments, and I just haven't posted about them yet. Oh, and it was let's see, it was looking through my Maverick Red. Yes. So talking about the merchandise, if anyone else is looking at the merchandise, my apparel. So if you're looking at any of my apparel, and that's on your Christmas list, you do need to get those orders in. Let's see. You'll be having a regular time when you go live. Yes, so I go live every Tuesday at noon Central Time. So that's my normal time. I'm only live tonight because my husband's playing video games, and so I decided to come on and work on this project and share it with you guys. But I go live every Tuesday at noon Central Time here on Instagram. Here on YouTube. So on Instagram, I go live on Fridays. So Fridays on Instagram, same time. So it's always 12 p.m. Central Time, but Tuesdays on YouTube and Fridays on Instagram. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so I have my other armhole connected this side, and I need to measure it. It looks like it's going to be 7 inches as well. Oh, actually it's smaller, so I need to pull one more stitch out of there. Let's see if that's 7 now. That's pushing it. I'm going to undo one more stitch. Let's see what that puts me at. I don't want them to be too small. This should be cozy. So that puts me closer to 8. And then this one is like right at 7. So I'm going to undo one more on this side, and we're going to have it be closer to 8. Okay. I think that'll be roomier, and this needs to be a roomier fluffy jacket. Okay, so I should be able to try it on now. We'll tighten these. Okay. So this is what it looks like so far. And I'm going to try it on. Make sure that it fits. And I do have this hoodie on, so I'll really know if the armholes are going to fit because I'm putting it on over my hoodie. All right, let's see. All right. Okay, there we go. So it is smaller, which I made a size down from what I usually make. So let me stand up so you guys can see. Okay. All right, so that is what it looks like. I've got the side slit here. Same thing on this side. And I do feel like it's going to be more form-fitting than my other ones, but I may actually just make a larger, the panels come down the front from the hood. So I may just make those a little bit larger. But then again, I'm wearing it over a hoodie right now, so, you know, I think if it's just over like a tank top or something. But I didn't want to make it too big. Oh, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's see. Oh. So next up is actually the hood. And the hood is created as, well, let's see. I think the hood, we do the hood and then I do the border, the front border. And the front border is what's going to make it a little bit bigger on the front. I probably should have made those a little bigger. This is the extra small size. So the ones that I'd made before were the small, medium. Let's see, I keep reaching for my computer mouse to be on my phone, but I'm on my phone, so let's see. Thanks, Ellen. I'm glad you think it looks good. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm really hoping I didn't make it too small. Like I said, I can make the front panels bigger, which will give me a little bit more length, so maybe it won't feel so tight, but I was really wanting it to be cozy. But I struggle with the length, so I didn't want it to be too long, so I sized it down. I don't know what's going to happen. I am going to need to pull up my pattern because I don't have this memorized. So let's see. Okay. Why is this blank? My computer is struggling. I'll show you guys too, if you guys haven't been on any of my recent lives, another pattern that I'm working on right now is actually for slippers. So these little like booty slippers, I'm super excited about them, and obviously I need to weave these in. These are not part of the pattern, but it's like I've got the slip stitch around the top, which creates, you know, a nice little border. And I'm going to have these in all the sizes. So these are, the pattern will have sizes for size 6 to 12. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all separate. And this was another one that I made. This was like the beta. And they are 2 strands of super bulky yarn held together. And I used a 12mm hook. So really, really chunky, squishy slippers. So I'm excited about those. I think they'll be great. Oh, got something in my eye. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what just, I bet you it's a fuzzy because all of these fuzzies from this yarn. All right. Well, this looks good. And I think that was a good stopping point. And I think, like I said, now I have to make the hood. And then once I make the hood, then I can make the border. And once I make the border, I'll be able to really see if this is going to really fit or not. And I hope it does, because I don't want to have to like remake this. It's not going to be fun. Let's see. Yeah, that's next. And I bet you it'll stretch out a little bit too. I mean, I was kind of worried that this yarn would stretch out anyway. So it'll be interesting to see what it does. But you guys can follow along. I'll keep sharing my progress. This is, like I said, this is the progress. so far. So, and if you guys are interested, this pattern is my Tonks hoodie pattern. This is what it looks like. Let's see. So this is a finished version. That is the hood. And then this is feels very oversized, but it's really not. So that's the pocket and the side slits in the back. But that's a finished version of what I'm making right now. And this is Mandala Thick and Quick by Lion Brand. So that was a fun one. That was a fun one to make. Oh, goodness. But yeah, you can find that pattern in my Etsy shop. So if you wanted to check out any of my crochet patterns, it's pinksheepdesign.etsy.com. And I think I have about 30 patterns, and they are all made with super chunky, super bulky yarn, jumbo hooks. And we actually just started adding some really fun crochet tools like stitch markers and stuff to the shop. We do have Christmas stitch markers coming. So actually I can show you guys. They're up here. Let's see. Let me get these. These will be going into the shop, I think, next week. Maybe this weekend, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on when I can get them photographed. But these are Christmas tree stitch markers. You can see there's that's the opening right there in between the branches. So Christmas tree stitch markers in blue. And then these are the snowman stitch markers in blue. And the hole is right here under his arm. So it's almost like he's going to hold it for you, because you got to stick the yarn right there. So those. And these come in packs of 10. We have cats and sheep in the shop right now. So, and they're in a couple colors. We've got sherbet orange, red, and hot pink are the options in the shop right now for cats and sheep. And we have the knit version of these. Not these, but I'll just show you guys the other ones in case you haven't seen them. So let's see, here's a cat, here's a sheep, and then where are my knit ones? Here they are. So I wanted to make knit stitch markers for jumbo hooks, jumbo knitting needles, I mean. So these are rounded, they don't have an opening, so these are meant for knitting needles. And these are as well. So these are the cat version. Cats and sheep for knitters. These fit up to 15 millimeter knitting needles. So these are great little gifts, especially if, you know, I don't knit very much, but I used to, and I started with jumbo knitting patterns. And there aren't a lot of knit stitch markers that fit large knitting needles. So I wanted to make some. So I got cats and sheep. And then the crochet version of those, these are the cats. So they've got the little opening down here, and that's the cherry red color. And then these are the sheep. So those are the little sheepies, and we still got a little pieces of filament on there. I try to get them really clean before I send them out, but if you buy these from me and they have little stringers, you can just pull them off. But that's the little hole underneath the ear, and those are the sheep crochet version of the sheep stitch markers. So yeah, but these are all 3D printed. They've been really fun to design. I'm actually working on a pom-pom hat icon to make a little pom-pom hat stitch markers for Christmas as well. I think those will be fun. And you'll probably see those in the blue. Right now I'm just doing blue. We bought green and red to make some stuff as well, but these will be released first. So little snowmen and the little trees will be coming out very soon. So, and then we've got, if you haven't been following us and you're new to my channel, we have wraps per inch tools, we have gauge squares, we have a toolbox. I used to design 3D prints a few years back, and I love seeing what you and the captain do. Yes, it's really fun. I mean, just the fact that, so I had never used 3D technology like 3D design technology, and I'm not the best at learning new technology. I get really frustrated really easily. And so when he told me that I needed to start trying to learn how to use some of the programming, I was not a fan, and I struggled, and was watching the tutorials and stuff. And we actually designed these hooks using Tinkercad. So if you're familiar, Tinkercad, it's the free web-based version of the software, but you have very minimal options when it comes to the shapes that you can use. So these 3D printed hooks were designed using basic shapes. I couldn't do anything special with Tinkercad, and so it took a while to get these right. To get these to where they were very functional and usable, and were what I needed ergonomically for my wrists. But these still take a lot of work. Like it's not as easy, and I'm sure it's not as easy as putting a file into the printer and pressing go. There are so many elements that you have to work out with the print settings and the temperatures and the bed and all of that. And the captain is the best. Like he just makes sure that everything's running correctly, and if something goes wrong, yeah, so many failed prints. We've had a lot of failed prints. A lot of failed hooks. We have our bin of shame, we call it, that we've kept because it's our progress. It shows how far we've come, and we've come a really long way with these hooks. And these actually, so when they come off the print bed, they have supports, so we have to pull the supports out, and then we have to sand them down really good to kind of help make sure they're nice and smooth. Once we do that, we have to wash them, and then once we wash them, we put the first coat of resin on there. The first coat of resin usually has the glitter or the mica powder or whatever it is that we want to put in there. Then once that dries, we sand them again, and then wash them again, and then dry them, and then we put the second coat of resin. And the second coat of resin is nice and smooth. We don't usually have glitter in that one, and that helps make it make it super, super smooth and very glassy. Hello, Kim. Knowing what 3D printing feels like, you guys do a great job. Thank you. Yes, that's, because the first time we started printing hooks, he was like, I don't think we're going to have to do anything to these. I was like, oh yeah, we are. We're going to have to do a lot to these, because, if you crochet, the smoother the hook, the better. And so we've really tried to perfect that, the finishing side of things. We just started working with mica powder, so we're really excited to start using pigments, because we're very limited by the colors. There are some really cool colors out there, but a lot of the rainbow filament that we've tried has been just not very good quality. And if you screw up the machine, that's an expensive screw up, so we have to make sure that we're using very high quality filament that's not going to mess up the printers. And we've had some duds. We've had entire spools of filament that we can't use because they're not working correctly, so yeah, that's the sad side. So a lot of people are asking us to bring back rainbow hooks, but it's been really, really difficult to, I worked with resin too. Seeing you guys incorporate glitter and mica is exciting. Yeah, we're really excited about that. But what was I going to say? Totally forgot. See, I ramble. This is why I come on YouTube now, just randomly to ramble. Oh yeah. A lot of people want us to bring back rainbow hooks, and we have yet to find a really good, solid, high quality rainbow filament. The one that we were using before, it's like they've changed it. So we bought what we thought was the same stuff we were using before, and it was having issues with, I think he said it was having issues with retractions. So it's like it just wasn't doing what it needed to do with the hook prints, and it was going to cause a real big problem with the printer. So that was like 3 rolls of filament that now we're not sure if we're going to be able to use, and we're going to have to buy new rainbow filament from a different brand and see if it's good. So I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. Well, I've been on here for almost an hour, so So I'm probably going to hop off. I may hop over on Instagram for a little while and see who's over on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, you can come join me over there. There's a great page on TikTok that reviews different filaments. Please do. Yeah, send me the link. We're not on TikTok, but I think you can view the stuff. So if you send me the link, we can look at it. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Kim. I hope you feel better. Being sick sucks, and now it's getting cold weather, so people are going to be getting sick even more often. We're skipping Thanksgiving this year with family because we're still not ready to get around a big group of people indoors yet. Yeah, thank you guys. I will say hi to him. He's downstairs playing right now. This is like his guy time, playing games. So, yeah, Kim, please feel better. Sending lots of love. Drink some tea. Get some sleep. Drink some water. I hope you feel better. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off for tonight here on YouTube. And I may hop over live on Instagram, so if you're over there, you can join me. But I will talk to you guys again soon. Join me on Tuesday, so this coming Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. And I should have some updated furniture to share with you guys if it arrives on time on Monday. We may still be putting it together, so I may go live putting it together. And I definitely am going to be going live at some point on Instagram the next time we coat hooks. So if you guys have never seen us coat hooks and seen that process, we may go live when we do that next time, so you guys can check it out. But until next time, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, guys.